May was a pretty solid month for PSVR2 games, and June is looking to be another good month. And it kicks off tomorrow, starting with a couple of games, so let's go through all the games in June that I think are pretty noteworthy to look out for on PSVR2. First of all, I've got to say, if you watched my last video, you might be having a bit of deja vu right now, because Hubris is slated to release in June now. It was delayed from May, the developers said they needed more time, and it's now coming in June. This is a sci-fi adventure with incredible graphics, some combat-focused gameplay, and it could launch sometime in June. Hopefully, we don't know exactly when, and it was delayed from May. This might be a situation where it just pops up on the store one day, and there you go, Hubris is available for download. But we'll just have to see. Maybe it'll be delayed again, let's hope not. Next up, we have good news for fans of the Cave Digger series. A lot of you didn't get to try out Cave Digger 1 because it's not available for PSVR 2, but from June the 1st, it will be. It's the classic roguelike Cave Digger game with mining adventures with friends that's got pretty solid reviews, although there might not be too much reason to hop back into the first one if you're well into the sequel. But there we have it, Cave Digger 1 is coming to PSVR 2 with an official upgrade, and that's on June 1st. Also on June 1st, we have the release of Budget Cuts Ultimate. This combines the two Budget Cuts games, which are both stealth-focused games set in a corporate-ruled office by robots as you are the last remaining human trying to make your way through it, with gameplay focused on light combat with throwing knives and sneaking around. I've got to say, this one, although the gameplay loop is incredibly fun, the visuals are a bit of a letdown on PSVR 2, as they don't look 4K with a lot of aliasing and some bland level design. However, its gameplay loop and physics are a lot of fun. It's just whether or not you want to sacrifice smooth gameplay, as it does run at 60Hz reprojected, for the fun gameplay loop that it offers. If you're looking into this one, I'd say research it a fair bit and see if that's something that you're up for, as a lot of the reviewers, including myself, have had some visual problems. Gameplay is very fun though. Next up is Pixel Ripped 1978, set in the classic Atari games, with a story that takes place in a game within a game. You fight the main antagonist and set to launch your Atari game on time. This one seems like a massive nostalgia trip for anybody who grew up with Atari games. Can't say I did, I'm not that old, but this one looks like a lot of fun, very nostalgic, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the reviews play out. And this one launches on June 15th. Coming in next, we have C-smash VRS. This is Sega's classic game reimagined for VR, blending a variety of racket sports of real life into VR with a unique visual style, an amazing soundtrack, and addictive gameplay. This one reminds me of the PSVR Worlds game that was slightly a racket game but used your head, and I feel like this will have a really satisfying gameplay loop, while providing a bit of fitness for people that want that sort of thing out of their headset. Keep a lookout for C-smash VRS in the future, launching on June 23rd. Penultimately, we have VR Skater, launching sometime in June, or at least for now aiming for a June release. This game promises to bring an accurate skating sim, or as accurate as you can be without the board, to PSVR 2 with 7 different diverse levels, a huge variety of tricks to perform with scores according to each one and multipliers, and a feeling of real speed, height, and weight when you're performing tricks and going fast on your skateboard. I'm really looking forward to this one. It just seems so unique as a concept for VR, and ever since the Wii came out with its balance board with skateboarding games, I've always wanted VR to jump into the skateboarding genre, and now here we are. We have our own Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but for PSVR 2. I'm really interested to see how this one performs, because if it's 90Hz or 120Hz non-reprojected, it's going to look phenomenal, and that sense of speed is going to be realized even further. One of the things that sold Red Matter to me when that came out was that everything was running so smoothly that it felt real, and if a skating game can pull that off, the amount of speed you're going to feel in that headset is going to be amazing. And it's now just occurring to me that with the headset haptics, maybe for when you're going really fast, and the controller haptics too for performing tricks, this might just be one to watch. And finally, on the PSVR 2 releases for June that are very notable for me, we have not a game, but an accessory. BoboVR announced that they are working on a PSVR 2 accessory. We don't know what just yet. It could be a controller accessory like a knuckle strap, or it could be something for the headset itself, like the VR cover accessory we got the other week, which I also have reviewed, link in the description, which essentially makes the headset a bit more comfortable, absorbs sweat more, and adds a top strap to essentially increase comfort and let you find your sweet spot for the headset a lot easier. What I am hoping for though, and with the promotional image being as small as it is with all the boxes, is a knuckle strap for the controllers. That's the one thing I'm really missing. I don't like the normal straps they come with. I've taken them off, but the one thing PSVR 2 is really missing over the Quest controllers with its accessories is a knuckle strap. It's so nice being able to let go of your controllers but them staying in place. And while the orbs on the PSVR2 kind of do that, they're too loose for me, and I'd love a set of knuckle straps for the Sense controllers. So keep an eye out for their announcement, hopefully sometime this month. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know what's on the horizon as your most anticipated PSVR2 release. I'd love to know. For me, I'm torn between VR Skater, as I'm so excited for that, the BoboVR Accessory, and to finally try out Hubris, as I haven't tried it out on PC VR, and I'm hoping the PSVR2 version lives up to the tremendous hype I've heard about the visuals. Once again, thank you all for watching. Consider liking and subscribing. We cover the new games every single month, and I'll see you in the next one.